Hello and welcome to another review. Today we have Evil Genius 2 World Domination. And I'll go straight into the main question, which is if it's worth it. And for me, the answer is no, it's not. Now, before we get into any details, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this type of content and you want to see more videos like this. And leave me a comment if you have questions or if you have any thoughts about this game, if you have played that before. But let's get into what is Evil Genius 2. So basically, it's a management game where you control your evil genius, and you have a few options of geniuses, but the idea is that you have to dominate the world through some evil schemes and fighting your enemies throughout the world. You basically manage your base, you get some money from the world stage, and you have like to pay salaries and manage power and the amount of people you have in your base and all that stuff. You have here at the front of your lair, you have a casino, which is a storefront, so it's just like a fake business for your real lair, which is the in the background of that casino. Talking about the pros and cons of the game, so let's start with the pros. You have a few options of evil geniuses. You have Max, which is the one that I played in my Let's Play series, and you can take a look at that in my channel. And you have a few other options. They've been releasing more and more geniuses, and it's good to have this flexibility and options to have your main character and play with that. So that's good. All of these evil geniuses, and that brings me to another point, they have their own storylines, which is really nice as well. That is not just the storyline, this affects the game as well, because each one of them have a specific strong point. So for example, Max, he is better with like getting gold, and his main weapon is actually gold related. So I won't get into spoilers, but it is how it is. But this gets pretty interesting. Graphics of this game, I find it pretty nice as well. It's easy going, it's easy to the eyes, it's pretty nice, very colorful, and it gets your attention. It's just like one of those games where it's very pleasing to see what's happening and how things are developing in your base. So I really like the graphics. Sound effects, I think it also pretty cool. You have like characters, they are singing in the casino. There is a lot of different lines that your evil genius will say, and there is quite a lot of fun things for you to discover. Even like just listening to the crickets or to the kookaburras. Kookaburras, by the way, is a bird from Australia that you can sometimes hear around the base. This is pretty cool as well. Last pro of the game are actually the traps. So you have a multitude of traps, and this is pretty fun. And you start learning that if you combine one trap with the other, you have like combos. And there are even achievements from the game that if you combine certain traps, you can get that as well. So that's pretty cool. And they're pretty fun to watch when they're active as well. When the agents that come to your lair, for some reason, they trigger those traps, and it's quite fun. So, cons for the game, the world stage, which is where you actually run your schemes and get money, it's very, very repetitive. It's like really repetitive. At some point in the game, you just feel like, oh, this again. It's just getting like doing the same and the same thing over and over again, which is not nice. It's also the game has also a pretty slow progression. So it takes time to get a few tasks done, especially because you have to wait a lot of things to happen in the world stage. You don't have much control unless you keep like just fighting and doing a lot of stuff that you take a lot more time for you to get where you should go. So regardless of the options that you have in the game, it takes a long time to do anything in here. So this is probably something that the developers should take a look at. Oh, we spoke about the word stage being repetitive, and there are some tasks that are really, really boring. So, for example, there's a task to raid sites on the world stage. So you just have to go to the world stage and find areas that are not locked, and then send some of your minions. Minions, by the way, are the people in your base over there, and just wait for that to happen. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, all the time, you have super agents defending these areas. And if you go in the areas they're defending, they'll come and attack you. And that, again, will slow things down. And so sometimes you just have like your options are being attacked and being slowed down by that, because then you have to defend and you have to rebuild your minion base and train everyone, or you just wait and then it's slow again. And this is just like being repetitive. You're always doing the same things, and then this does get boring. So yeah, I think that's one of the things. The developers did change some of how this all work. For example, giving you, at least for getting money, and I can talk about money management now, but they gave you the ability to actually get money a little bit faster, and or more money for longer, so you don't have to keep doing the same thing all the time. But in reality is that you have to go all the time into the world stage, and you have to manage everything that's happening, because you need to get money, but you don't have too many options to get money from. That is always other things to do, but not exactly what you need or what you want. So you have to just wait, keep monitoring and doing at least something, so you don't increase your hit and and your enemies get stronger and start invading you, which then again just slows everything down. At the beginning, I was having like plenty of fun, but by the end of my Let's Play series, it wasn't so fun. So I was getting a little bit bored, but hopefully I managed to finish that, and we managed to do some fun things as well. We like found our own way to play the game, and I think that was a little bit better. So this is my review based on a full campaign that I did with Max, which then leads me to my final con, which is replayability. Would I try to play this game again with another Evil Genius, or try any of the new DLCs that you have, like new henchmen or new geniuses? And my answer for that is also no, because I don't want to keep just doing the same tasks over and over again. Even if the storyline is something that attracts me because they're different, and the way you play with your genius also changes, the tasks in the world stage, which is where you spend most of your time in the game, are really boring and repetitive. So yeah, I don't think it's a game that I'll keep playing and playing. But this might be for you. But that's why I like to explain why I think it's good or it's not, and what I don't like it. I don't like in the game. So you can make your own conclusion. But for me, in conclusion, is it worth it? Evil Genius 2? At the moment, I don't think so. It's I think if you want a game that you can spend some time and just play once and that's it, then go for it. Like if it's the style that you like, then it's okay. Of course, everyone has their own style. But for me, I would like something that I can come back later and play again. And this is not that kind of game. So I don't really think it's worth it. I hope you enjoyed this little review of Evil Genius 2 World Domination. And let me know in the comments if you agree with my pros and cons, with my points, and with what I'm talking. Let's have a discussion. If you want to also join my Discord server so we can discuss this even further, and maybe, I don't know, you convince me otherwise, or I convince you otherwise. You never know. But I would really appreciate if you at least leave a like on the video. That helps me a lot. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.